Boom, you're on.
So the one day I came to work, I had a coworker show me his photo. So we put it on before she had left because she was interested. We had a rush. So we were turning it up. And I was listening. I was like, okay. The rest of the night, that's all we played. We had customers asking us. It was a lot of people asking us. I've been showing my husband. I showed my mom. Like, I was very impressed.
Okay, so who introduced you to popcorn chicken?
Myself.
What do you mean yourself? You know, Walmart introduced you to popcorn chicken. Don't be trying to take the chicken, right? Who, the chicken or the egg? No. Who found out about it? When did you find out about popcorn chicken? Through Dad, yes. And I wrote a song called Dad Knows Best. Does Dad knows best about some popcorn chicken? Do you like going shopping with Dad? That's what I'm talking about. That's what that. Okay, this is Ramona. You want to say your name? No? Bless you, Ramona. Bam! All right, baby. Check this out. Here's a report live on the street here.
Hi, yeah. We played his music and we really enjoyed it. We really did. They played it for the rest of the night that he came in here. And we also have his information up here on our...
Boom! They put it up.
So then people can look at it and they can go ahead and listen to his music. It's really good music.
Ain't that nice? Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
Of course.
For 2010, 11, and 12, here's part of the credit that you get, ma'am. Apparently, when you give a prophet the coffee that you want, the reward is higher. Remember, I didn't know how to do nothing else. Only thing I knew how to do is get coffee. And it took, listen, the military, I was not going to get the military. It took a long time for me to get anybody some coffee. If you remember, I'm black. Okay? And I'm not getting none of these white lawyers, none of these white people in the, I will not be the coffee boy. Hecky no. Before you met me, I had one of my sergeants, one of my he was a chief warrant officer. His name was Strandquist. Okay, I'll put your name. I hope you see this, Strandquist, with your old self. This man, this is before Valerie and me got married, okay? So me and Valerie got married in 2005. So this is 2003. We're engaged. Me and Valerie are engaged. I got mobilized after 9/11. They mobilized up to Fort McCoy, right down the street from where I'm at. Mary, I got my first paycheck. I said, I'm getting engaged. So she said, well, cool. Let's go get a ring. I said, get a ring? Yeah, let's go get a ring. Okay, I messed that up before because I was engaged before, but I gave my first fiance, I gave her a ring that if it didn't fit, all she had to do was just bend it and it will work. Okay, so yeah, okay, okay, that woman. I said, listen, Kim, I was 20. I flew all the way from Fort Hood, Texas, back to Chicago with this bendable ring, and I put it on her finger. I said, in my mind, we are already married based on the scriptures that, from when we was reading this at age 17. So with this ring, she said, man, it don't fit. Oh, no problem. And so now I just moved. And she looked at that thing like, okay. Now, so this ring, I was going to do it right. I found me a friend, one of my coworkers. She took me to lacrosse. We got a ring. Got the ring. On Valentine's Day 2003, I drove from Fort McCoy straight to her, got to her right before midnight, put the ring on her finger, and fell asleep on the floor on my knees while she was on her little couch bed or whatever, right? So that's how we kicked it off. So during that time period, I just got to tell the coffee story real quick because this does relate. I'll show you how it relates. I promise you. We used to be under Pastor Brian. Pastor Brian know how to rap all that stuff. I've been trained by the best. Okay, and I was with you, setting the captives free. So I'm free. Okay, now, so what happened is Strandquist, I was working at the office, and each of the lawyers loved me because I was so, yes, sir, got you covered. What you need me to do? Okay, no problem. I'm taking all the notes. Okay, and all of them would put their work on my plate. And what I would do is, Kevin Leal. Do you ever remember Kevin Leal coming? Did you ever hear Kevin Leal preach? Yes, there's a white guy. Right. Prophet Kevin Leal. So here's something I learned from him. And I think I probably still got the sermon tape. He said, when you work, okay, when you work for somebody who is trying to get out of work, and specifically, we're talking about Jacob and Laban. And you remember Laban changed the wages and Jacob worked and he was the bomb with what he was doing. Now, he said that Laban received the physical benefits of Jacob's labor, but Jacob received the spiritual benefits of his own labor, right? So the spiritual benefits, Kim, when he broke that down, it meant that when Jacob was ready, when he was ready on his schedule, all he had to do was talk with God, and they came up with a God plan, right? And in one season, boom, he got enough wealth in one season and didn't steal nothing from his employer, Laban. And his wealth was so amazing that his cousins, Laban's sons, said, "You stole our father's wealth with that lazy butt." How come they wasn't down there learning from Jacob, right? Now, so by the time I got there to Fort McCoy when we was mobilized, I knew I'm finna take all of the spiritual blessings that y'all dropping all over the place. Hey, Sergeant Walker, can you do this? Sergeant Walker, can you do that? Sergeant Walker, can you do this? Sergeant Walker, can you do that? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. One of my bosses, I just did an interview with him, and he said he remembered how they used to treat us because they were like, what are you doing? And he taught me a pyramid. He taught me something, how to prioritize. Ooh, I studied how to prioritize. Ooh, I learned how to prioritize. So then, so the point is that now, there was one thing where I drew the line, and that is making coffee for a whole bunch of lazy, no good. It's one thing for me to take the work off your plate, but I will not put a cup of coffee on the saucer for you. That's where eyes draws the line. Okay, sir. Okay, now, here's what I did. Chief Strandquist, and it's not meant to be racial, but we're black, so you just gotta understand it, okay? Just let black people vent about the situation we be in, okay? It's a whole office full of white people except for one other black guy, and y'all try to get me to make coffee. Make your own coffee, sir. I say make your own coffee, sir. Now, I can't say that because it would be considered disrespect in the military. So what I did was, I learned how to duck and dodge. Hey, sir, I'm taking care of this mission. Remember, they put this on my, and I was like, I don't know football that much, but I just know that they were, hey, Sergeant Walker, you need to make some coffee, and I would jump over, and I gotta take care of this, and I learned how to do everything on the list, and I was acrobatic with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sir, I'll be right back, right? Cause And they couldn't fade me. And then one day they finally cornered me. They said, "You gonna make coffee today? We got everything up. All the list is done." Staff Sergeant Walker, it's time for you to make the right. So now I'm cornered. Look, they cornered me to make this coffee, bam. led by Chief Scrape. They cornered me to make this coffee, ma'am, like when they captured Kunta Kinte, and you remember how it was slow motion. Kunta Kinte had the rope on one arm, rope on another, it was slow motion. So they cornered me. So here's what I did. Now, you gotta understand, up until that point, I didn't even drink coffee. I didn't start drinking coffee until I had my son. No, was it? I didn't start drinking coffee until probably 2008, 2007, 2008. Okay, so yeah. They like to use me. They like to use me and pull all my energy. But I took all the spiritual blessings. That's why I'm rocking it today. Because listen, I'm tired. They all sitting back chilling. I done took all the spirit. That's why I finished my list. I finished my list and other people's lists. I said, give me that list. I finished. I'm taking. Your legacy is now my legacy. Because if you too lazy, don't you let me come up with it. I will take your legacy like that because I know what I'm doing. I'm trained. So anyway, now because you're right. So I think it was 2007. I was an E7 going to E8 when I started drinking coffee, and I had a good boss. And he was white, and he blessed me, and I was like, you know what, sir, for you I'll make coffee. And I learned how to do it right now. Let me back up to the situation because this is why I was like, no. So now they cornered me. It's time for me to make coffee. At this time, I did not know how to make coffee. Officially, I didn't know how to make coffee. So what I found out, here's what I did. When I look back on it, I'm like, oh, ouch. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put the coffee into the coffee filter. And when you put coffee in the filter, then you sit it in there so that the water goes, right? But if coffee grounds go on the outside of the filter, now your cup of coffee has raw coffee grounds in it. Which means we had a toilet, we had a bathroom that had one urinal and one toilet. Okay? And the lieutenant colonel, he was the second in command of the office. When he hit that toilet, I have endured. He has damaged my sense of smell. That lieutenant colonel, when I had a good, my dad got a good, I had a good sense of smell until that man, for some reason, he ruined my, I can smell a little bit, but you don't want to depend on my sense of smell. You may want to depend on my sense of talking, but my sense of, because I had to sit, because my office, my desk was next to his office. His office was next to the bathroom, and he would go up in there and light it up with his big old rump. He'd be up in there. I don't know what he'd be eating, double cheeseburgers from McDonald's and prunes, and I don't know what he'd be putting in his mouth. Big old hoagies from different ribs. Oh wow, because he come from Michigan. Boy, Chicago, they got a bunch of get pizza. And then he said, I'll be back. He lead a meeting to go into the toilet, and he light it up. I said, oh. All of the lawyers would leave because the funk of 40,000 years would come out that bathroom, and people believe the only person who managed to stand it was me and the big boss. The big boss would be up in there. The big boss, the full-bird colonel, he'd be up in there. And when he talked to the second in command, he said, man, you really need to get some Beano or something like that. I said, what? Now, so anyway, so what happened is I think the coffee grounds weren't all perfectly situated. So everybody who just, Stash Sergeant Walker finally made coffee. You want to have some coffee? No, that's all right. Y'all drink that coffee. And it's almost, listen, I'm a musician, so I like time. And it's like, dun, 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 dun. And it's like, at the same time, all of them that drink the coffee got bubble guts. Dun, 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 dun. And now, it's only one stall in the bathroom that was already lit up by the colonel, by the lieutenant colonel. So one person's finna go up in there like, right? He gonna go up in, and the rest of them had to beeline somewhere else. And I said, they never bothered me about coffee anymore. Right? Now, this leads to, like I said, with my with Olivia. By that time that I was in California, that was after you, and part of the credit, like I said, the spiritual blessings that you get, or the you may get the monetary stuff from somebody's labor by tricking them, whatever. But when I got the spiritual benefits, I learned how to use them, because certain benefits are, they don't have to be monetary. Benefits are, hey, I can hang out with a great person or whatever. So by time with you, Kim, what you did for me was you allowed me to sow into you, if that was even possible. So bringing you some coffee, sitting down with you, trying to make you laugh, make you comfortable before your thing or whatever. And so I was able, so that time you were what Pastor Carla would consider. You remember Pastor Carla, right? Carla O'Neill? Right? For real? Okay, next time you talk to her, next time you talk to Pastor Carla, yeah, her birthday is on Christmas Day. Yes, and I made a video for her. 25th, Christmas Day. Today's Christmas Eve. So I made a video for her, and and Pastor Brian's birthday is in January, so I'm making a song for both of them to come out. So I'll send it to you when I'm done, okay? Because I got to honor them, because they're the bomb. So anyway, Pastor Carla would consider you good ground. And if you, the next time you talk to Pastor Carla, let her know from you that that I told you that you and her made the list. Now I already let her know she made the list, but I'm gonna tell you how y'all make the list. Okay, I have 22 women. I'm gonna tell you that instruction anyway. Now, so with Olivia, she, Pearl, my mother-in-law, and Valerie, they had to educate Olivia. He just wants to spend time with his son. It's not that he doesn't love you. There's more to that story, but a lot more. I'm not going to go into it, but one of the things I visualized, and this is what I ended up doing. I would come in the house, I'd growl at Valerie. I'd kiss Olivia on the cheek. Maybe, if she was around. Pearl, I give her a nod, and I take my boy. I go in the room, and we would just spend, I would get off work around 5, 6 o'clock, and from 6 o'clock until he go to bed, and he would fall asleep in my arms, okay? Valerie used to get upset because I would sleep with him in my arms. Right? And you're supposed to put the baby in your... Okay, yeah. Do that when we sleep. Just wait till I'm asleep. It's my son. in whom I'm well pleased. Okay? My son is so used to being in my arms that when Naomi came on the scene, he was like, if I lay down, he lay down over here. He said, "Hey, you get over there." He be right there. Right, 4 years, right? And I tried to educate my son. I said, "Son, you've had me by yourself for 4 years. Okay? You gotta give some of me to her. You got to." And he didn't grasp it. He was working it, right? Because I get it. Now, so the process with Nathan, my son, that I got that covered. That's my boy. We're good. You know what I'm saying? I got a plan. He's good. Now with the girl, that's different. Because like I told you, the seed is the soul. And I have a video where Pastor Carla, Pastor Brian, Donovan, you know Pastor Brian and Pastor Carla's son, Donovan, and also Anika, they prayed and prophesied over my daughter, Naomi. I got the one from Nathan, but I don't think I put that online. But the one with Naomi was very important because Pastor Brian starts it off by educating people on what they're doing. My daughter got the special beginning. Nathan didn't even get this. Pastor Brian taught for about 5 or 6 minutes about, listen, this is why we don't sprinkle babies and dip your baby's head in car oil or whatever people do with their religious ceremonies and stuffing crackers or stuff that. I went to one Lutheran church. Do you know they do communion? I went to a Lutheran church in Toma. Do you know I went up to do the communion and you drank it? I said, wait a minute. This is actual alcohol. I was perplexed. I'm used to what they do to grape juice. I'm like, it's some good grape juice. They had actual alcohol. I said, what? I sat down and I said, hey, what do the children do? They said they drink it too. I said, what? They drink it too? I said, no wonder it's a bunch of drunks in Wisconsin. It starts at church. Anyway, so, but my daughter, when Pastor Brian and Pastor Carla, she was holding, right? And there's a lot of things they said, and if you ever look at it, I'll send it to you so you can see it. One of the things that Donovan said was, she, Matt, is you. She's you. She's you. I said, okay, thank you, Lord. Now, of course, I meditated on that. Do you know how, listen, prophetic words, I still got all of my cassette tapes of prophetic words from back. So every time they get, they had the cassette. I got all my prophetic word cassettes. But see, listen, I ain't doing cassettes. I said, Lysandra, hold this camera and get a good shot. And Lysandra got a good shot. My prophetic words for my children, they're on video. Okay, my children get video. Okay, I got cassettes because, I'm a nobody. But my children, they were born somebody's. God got it. So you know what? They get video. Listen, they got this. My daughter, her prophetic word, her first prophetic word or whatever was it starts off with the intro of the Maddie Lipson show. You know how my intro, you ever seen my little videos? It starts off, boom. Okay. Yeah, no. Any of my videos, if you just type Matt Ellipsis in YouTube, look at any of my videos. All of my videos have an intro, is a short 3-5 second intro that one Pastor Rick Vessel, his name is Rick Malone, Pastor Rick Malone, Rick Vessel's rap name. He made me, and he made it for me, and I used that intro because he did for me things that you did for me. You put me in a position. He put me, and boom. So it's boom. That's how my daughter's prophetic word starts. It starts with the Maddie Listen Show, emptydust.com. And then it goes into her prophetic word. They're talking about my daughter. And he said, she's you. I meditated on that for years. And of course, like I said, the seed is the soul. So if you rewind to when Valerie said, it's time for us to have a child, right? Me and Valerie, women understand the time of their body. They're like, look, I ain't ready to have no baby yet. All right, I already have a baby yet. I'm ready to have a baby now. Okay. Now, when she was pregnant with Naomi, we knew it was a girl. I don't be messing around with all that, let's have a reveal. Hey, no, I want to know the moment y'all know. I want to know right now. I don't want no mystery, nothing. It's enough mysteries on this planet. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's the sex of the baby. Because here's what I did. Because I have the ability, every man has the ability to do this. So I ain't special, but because other people don't do it, I guess Oz is special. Okay? I don't make coffee. I don't make coffee for lawyers. And I can do what I'm about to tell you. When we were conceiving, I programmed myself, we're having a boy. So I was in California and she was at the house and she went to the doctor to figure out, she was going to find out that day what the sex of Nathan was. It was a boy. Now, she called me. Now, Valerie, when she called me, she was in an argumentative mood. Now, she's pregnant, so obviously, the emotions, right? Thank God I was 1,200 miles away from her. I was over there. It's nothing like pregnancy by phone. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Pregnancy by phone. Pregnancy by phone. Pregnancy by phone. She get on your nerves. You just hang up. Nathan's pregnancy was amazing because I was working on songs with Nick that's down there. I was working on songs. So she called me. I make sure I answer the phone. And I had bad reception. So, baby, I didn't work in part of the house. Baby, hey, just argue with me tomorrow when I go to work. Hang up. Pregnancy by phone. Okay. That's true story now. Now listen, so this day she was snapping on me and we going back and forth and I'm at the job. I'm working. I'm the chief paralegal at Fort Hunter Liggett. I don't have, yeah, right. I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody on the phone. You know, they're looking at me like, well, yeah. Yes, sir, and ma'am, and whatever. And then I'm on the phone with her like, I gotta walk all the way in the bushes and yes, sir, understood, bless you, you have a good day. I hope you have a So I said, okay, look, I can't do that. Now, we was on the phone and it hit me. I said, wait a minute. I said, Valerie. She said, what? We having a boy, ain't we? Now. She was supposed to, this is how she was supposed to call me. This is what I was expecting. Hey, Matt. Yes, baby. I know what we're having. Well, tell me what we're having. Well, why don't you guess? Well, baby, there's only two guesses. Well, look. Okay. Yeah, you gonna tell me? Okay. Look, the 1, 2, 3. Okay. Why don't you send me an email? I'll go check my email. And you tell me. That's what was supposed to happen. We're having a baby. This is our first child. But she's snapping on me. And I'm sitting over there. I said, hold on. We having a boy, ain't we? And she was mad because I don't know what she was aiming for, okay? Because she didn't call me in a nice mood. She said, I said, we having a boy, ain't we? She said, how you know? I said, there's warfare in the heavenlies. Okay, so now we went through the process of my son had 2 circumcisions. My son was circumcised twice. I'll save that. Okay, I'm gonna save that story for when you and me get together. I'm gonna do something for you because you need to be the host, and you need to. I have a lot of stories. My son got circumcised. No, not an interview. You need to be the host of the show. Kim, eventually you need to be the host that introduces me to some people. You need to be, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Music. Hey, Kim Henderson's on coming to the stage, and you bring up some dodo head, and then you bring up another person, and you bring up another person, and all that, and then you bring me out, and I have everybody hopefully laughing, and then if I can't make you laugh, I'm at least make you bob your head. That's my fail safe. It's like, okay, this brother ain't funny. Okay, well at least he can rap though. That's the only thing I know I can do good. The funny, I don't know. So, but we're gonna talk. So I'm gonna save Nathan's 2 circumcision. I'm gonna save that for. Okay, because it's okay. Now, I become irresponsive to my feelings. I'm walking by decrees. With it be in my decider, what a shell is what I see. It's hard to calculate the fullness and relate my faith and pull it in one definition. Put it like this. I've been birthed for many visions. Each one a mission. For with provision, to precision. To stick when I'm sitting to the harvest. Hearken, listen. Line up on line with Builders precept as we step in a familiar district. So get set and get this. It's not about the limelight or thick checks or nothing. It's where I get the restrict. So I can speak to dead bones and make them craft the cast of pistol. So your cut the word is like the oil flowing through this broken vessel like a lasso, captivating a wrestle with those vacillating with the test of crap until I have them in the kingdom. That's part of the agenda. Forcefully advancing, vigorous expansion of domain. Now my purpose was written in the fibers of my DNA. You see that, hey, I can't help but to be this way. You see this way, whatever you heard. But I can make it slower, whatever. So with my daughter, I said I have to do something now. Because this is a girl. Now, I had years to do this, but I did it. Every woman that I came in contact with, I studied them. Because if I wish above all things that you would prosper and be in health as your soul prospers. So the soul is the mind, will, intellect, memory, and mind, emotions, will, intellect, memory. Okay, that's your soul. And your soul, you get born again, boom, now you got a spirit and it's in this body. Man became a living soul, but then you get born again, boom, you got the spirit of God that is the light that enables the spirit of man is a candle that enables you to access God. So at all times, I got access to God just like I got access to everything. So I got an app for all it. In my spirit man is, my service always on. I can always access the Holy Spirit all the time. So my soul, whatever, we work. My soul, we work. Okay, we work. I got it worked out for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all and in the audience. It don't matter. Okay, if y'all don't agree, because guess what? Y'all ain't living in my life, and I know what I got to do for what I'm doing. That's how I finished, because I took this stuff seriously. Okay, so when Nathan was born, I knew that eventually she was going to be ready to have a child, and she and me wanted to have a girl. So I programmed my body to have a girl, because when she was pregnant with Naomi, we knew it was a girl. And I was washing dishes. We was living in Camp Douglas. And she came in and she was just messing with me. I don't know. I don't think she was serious, but she was messing with me. She was like, because her belly was big, right? And she was like, I'm having this baby. Women and babies, whatever she was saying. And I told her, I said, Valerie, let me tell you something. Okay? You may give the baby the body,